and travel. Every Thursday, 10:30 a.m. with Frank Meke and Bunmi Bade Adeniji on Mainland 98.3 FM. Sponsored by National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC.
Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to another interesting, creative, exciting episode of Creative Nigeria. My name is Bunmi Bade Adeniji, the lady with the mouthful of a name, but you can simply call me BBA or Priceless. But I'm so pleased to be on your radio this morning. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, and of course, 10:10 a.m. every Thursday morning is the time that we come on your radio and bring you everything creative about Nigeria. We go a little beyond, but yeah, we're very proud of our own, so we start first with Nigeria. So welcome. Thank you to all our old listeners who are always tuned and ready for the show. And for any new listener that is listening to us for the very first time, welcome. You are tuned to the right station. You're listening to the very show you should be listening to right now. As per Nigeria, I like to say congratulations to Nigerians. We won that cash battle. Finally, we got we can spend cash as we want, but there's still a ways to go, and I'm sure that every journey always begins with a step. So we've started our baby steps. We're moving, I believe, in the right direction. Of course, I have introduced myself, and you know that I don't do the show alone. I do this alongside Frank Meke. Unfortunately, Frank is not around today. He is on the road for Creative Nigeria, and of course, you'll be hearing from him everything that he's gone about. We'll be hearing about that. Also joining me in the studio this morning, it's a full house as usual on Creative Nigeria. Mainland FM actually always tells us that you people, you are the ones that bring the crowd. But yeah, this show needs to have a crowd because you need to hear about everything. You need to hear the travel nuggets. You need to hear movies on radio. You need to hear insurance business. You need to hear from from the water transportation people. You need to hear from every angle. And so, of course, we usually have a full house. And I want to begin by introducing the lady in the house who is as colorfully dressed as I am this morning, in the person of Bella. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. She speaks fluent Italian. And of course, she will be bringing us travel nuggets and some things that you really need to know. We're looking today at those red flags, that you need to look out for. So yeah, that's your lady. And of course, we have in the house Dr. Shuaibu Husseini, who we heard from last week. He was all the way in Ouagadougou, but he's right here in the studio with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to
and
be
welcome.
Here. Thank you so much.
And so we're also going to be hearing from him, movies on radio. That was such a concise report last week. Thank you. Yeah. And of course, we're going to be continuing from there today. And we have our insurance family in the house. Representing them, that's representing Anchor Insurance this morning, is Baron Omiji. Good morning, Baron.
Good morning, Bunmi. Thank you once again for having me today.
It's awesome to see you. And of course, you all know that we are going to be having a great time. As we go on along the show, we will be talking to the boatman himself, Mr. Tazan Balogun, but he'll be joining us in the course of time. So, get ready. It's going to be a great time. And stay tuned to Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch your dial. It's both a command and a request and a plea. Thank you. We'll be back after this. Right. Good morning again, and you are tuned to Creative Nigeria. So we're going to go straight to you, Dr. Shuaibu Husseini. You have another concise report for us today. So let our listeners hear it.
All right. Good morning and welcome to the movie on radio segment of Creative Nigeria show. Of course, the buzz in Moviedom will definitely be around the just held 95th Academy Awards, otherwise called the Oscars. The Dolby Theatre at Ovation Hollywood was the venue for the Oscar award ceremony, where numerous stars in the film industry were honored in different categories. The engaging movie titled Everything Everywhere All at Once, directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Shennat, collectively known as the Daniels, dominated this year's Oscars. It won 7 awards, including the Best Picture. And actually, if you win the Best Picture at the Oscars, then you are the best film.
That's it, yeah.
You are the best film for the year. So that story earned them a win for Best Actress, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Editing, and Best Original Screenplay at the 95th Academy Awards ceremony. But one thing that was very interesting for me was that award ceremony was something of a reassessment and a comeback for a lot of people. And one of the reassessments for me was the leading actress, the 60-year-old Malaysian actress who became the first non-white to win the Best Actress award in 20 years.
Wow.
She has had a long career in action movies and, of course, in Kung Fu. But this is the first time she got a validation from the Oscars award. And she said something very unique that day that I liked so much. And she was talking to young ladies and said, she's 60.
Yeah.
So she was talking to young ladies and said, look, if you don't never allow anyone to tell you that you have passed your time, that means at 60 you can still achieve something. So absolutely. That was that. And then the Best Actor award went to Brendan Fraser. He got it for The Whale. The other big winners of the award ceremony was All Quiet on the Western Front. And then I think they also got Best International Features. That's where Nigeria will have featured if we sent an entry from Nigeria. Cinematography, production design, and for music score. Nigeria went to the Oscars.
Okay.
But we didn't win anything. Instead, we created a buzz. And that buzz came from Temilade Openi, a.k.a. Thames, who was nominated for her music performance in Black Panther. But what she did was that she created this buzz with the kind of dress that she wore to the Oscars that, blocked the view of so many other people. Although they said blocked the view of people in the hall. People were stretching to see what was going on because of her some Onile stuff that she had around her and all that. Well, she may not have won the Oscars for that category, but she still, the conversation is still on, about that her dress. So they are watching out at Nigeria's fashion sense. All right, so I'm sure we can still talk about the Nigerian filmmakers who returned from FESPACO. They returned with some awards. We didn't just go there as participants as we used to go in the other days. Nigerian filmmaker Iken Nebue, his documentary film No U-Turn, won the ECOWAS Special Prize for the best film from West Africa, especially a film that talks about integration. Also, award-winning filmmaker C.J. Obasi returned with 3 awards. He first got the African Film Critic Award. Then his film also got his film Mami Water, that's the title of this film, got the award for cinematography and for set design. This FESPACO win is coming for C.J. Obasi a month after he got a major award, that for cinematography too, for his film at one of the world's biggest film festival, the Sundance Film Festival, which held in January. And before I go quickly, I want to mention that today starts the IREP International Documentary Film Festival. It's one documentary festival that is domiciled here, but it's an international documentary film festival. It begins today, and there are 2 opening films that will be screened today at Freedom Park. And the unique thing about this festival this year is that screenings are going to be done at inner city centers. So you don't only have to go to where the festival is happening at Freedom Park in Lagos to watch a documentary film, but you can see a documentary film if you're in Ikorodu, if you're in Ejigbo,
fantastic.
If you're in Ejigbo, if you're in Ajegunle, and if you're in Bariga. You can go there every evening. There's a venue where you can see a documentary film. So I encourage you, Bibi, to find time to go to any of these inner cities if you cannot go to Freedom Park to watch a documentary film. But the opening ceremony starts today at 6 p.m. and there are 2 very important documentary films that they're using to start. So go out there and watch a documentary film. And also, please don't forget to go out on Saturday and cast your vote for your preferred candidate.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Doc. But just before you go, there was an update that you gave us last week about the extension for submission for the AMA Awards.
Oh, yes. Before I go, I just want to say that the submission for entries for the AMA Awards, the 2023 edition, is still on. Filmmakers have up to June ending to submit their entries, and then the nomination is in August, and then the awards proper is in October.
Fantastic. So very, very detailed, very straight to the point, but packed full of information. Thank you so much, Dr. Jose.
Thank you for having me.
And we wish you a very, very wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we will move on, but we will take a short break, and then we'll be back to get our travel nuggets from Bella Maria. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fellow Nigerians, have you heard about NICO? National Institute for Cultural Orientation is Nigeria's cultural intelligence and intellectual powerhouse. Set up to X-ray the diversity of Nigerian culture, language, history, tradition and ways of life, which binds 200 million Nigerians together, deepening peace, security and national cohesion, with offices across the 6 geopolitical zones and a culture training school. NICO also partners local and international agencies like UNESCO to harness and validate cultural assets, unique and beneficial to a national aspiration. An agency under the Federal Ministry of Information, Culture and National Orientation. NICO Abuja office is located at 23 Kigoma Street, Wuse, Zone 7E. Website info@nico.gov.ng. NICO, harnessing culture for national development.
You are the best. The very, very best. You make our world go round. This is why we'll always be your anchor.
At Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance.
You are the best. You are the very, very best. Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is why we'll always be our anchor.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
Are you a Lagos-based hotel and hospitality owner, manager and investor? Are you troubled by certain operational environmental challenges and need help? Then come over to Hotel Owners and Managers Association of Lagos, HOMAL. We provide you hospitality growth opportunities and counseling on prosperity, and also help you mitigate difficult hospitality trade barriers. At HOMAL, we do more, deploying our experience to take care of your interest, always. Located at Resort Court, 15 Chief Yesufu Abiodun Road, Uniru, Victoria Island. Call 081-872245 or 0812-425-5995 for more information. HOMAL, your interest, our mission.
You're welcome back, and as advertised just before that break, we go straight to Bella Maria for today's travel nuggets. What do you have for us today, Bella?
Yeah, today we are going to be talking about the red flags in travel and tours. Yeah, last time we spoke about getting ready for your travel, making sure your passport is very, very ready. 6 months ahead of the travel, your passport has validity of such a time period. Then after that, you'll be looking at the red flags, like making sure you get the right visas. The problem we have today is that people jump up, get to some fraudsters that get them visas you are not sure of. You get to the airport, you are bounced back.
Oh, so that happens.
Yeah, it happens a lot. People go about getting visas that you are not even sure of who the person. Nobody gives visa except the embassy.
Exactly.
It's just the sole right of the embassies to give you visa or to reject your applications. But people make that whole lot of mistake going to some travel agents which are not even registered travel agents to get access to visas. God know how and where.
But how does one know the genuine agents?
The genuine agent in Nigeria, we have what we call National Association of Travel Agencies in Nigeria. We are registered under NCCA.
Yeah.
Which are well recognized in Nigeria, the National Civil Aviation Authority. Yeah. So when you go about going to other agents, you are making mistakes because you are going to lose money. But when you are going with the correct travel agency registered, we have our ID cards, we are well recognized in Nigeria. You will not make any mistake of paying for what you are not supposed to, because you have somewhere to go back to, which is going back to National Association of Travel Agencies, where we have our office here in Nigeria or any other place to check. So that's the most important thing, the visa, because if you don't have the right visas, it's as good as you're here. You don't have the right to enter any country. So getting at the airport, you are bounced back. That is the most important thing. Okay. And then making sure you get the right flight ticket to that destination. Yes. It's also the work of a competent travel agency to route you to your accurate destination with the accurate airline. Not putting you maybe in Qatar Airways when you are going to, for example, in South Africa, where they do not go.
Wow.
Yes. So also you must make sure that you look at your ticket. When your ticket is issued, make sure you look at the ticket number. Does that booking have a ticket number? Yes. Very, very important. Okay. Because I've seen so many people get to the airport and they're telling you don't have any ticket.
Oh, wow. And they've paid?
Yeah, you've paid.
And they've been issued something?
Yeah, you've issued something.
Wow.
And you get there, sorry, we don't have any, in the manifest, your name is not showing anything. You don't have any ticket. So it's one of the things you need to check out. It's a red flag for you to go to the airport with something that is not a ticket. When it's not a ticket, it's not a ticket, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you also need to be aware of the country you are going to. It's a red flag for you to prepare to go to Cyprus without knowing what are the do's and don'ts in Cyprus. Yeah.
True that.
If you are going for a student visa, you should go for that studies. Not going there for something else, because when you are caught, you are sent back to the country.
Oh.
Yeah, you are deported.
So you don't get a tourist visa for a student if you're going to study?
Not at all. You must get the specific reason and this visa for that particular reason. For a tourist, you just need a tourist visa, which is within 6 months, 3 months, and 1 year. And you are supposed to, for example, if you are going to Italy, which I know very well how it works, you are given a tourist visa for like 6 months. You are meant to stay there for just 1 month. At a time. It's multiple visa.
Entry.
Yeah, multiple entry. You're not supposed to stay that stretch of 6 months for that multiple entry. No. So you go, you can still come back again.
I hope my people are listening.
Yeah, very, very important.
Very important.
Some people get 2 years visa for US and they go there to get stuck. No, it's a tourist visa. It's different thing to ask for tourist visa, study visa, family reunion, then maybe couple going to join their spouse. There are different categories of visas which you must look out for. So not taking tourist visa for any other thing. Yeah.
So these are important red flags that people need to look out for. What happens if someone is traveling for the very, very first time?
Okay, if you are traveling for the
how do the agents help such a person?
Yeah, for the very first time you are traveling, we have all the requirements for each embassy in Nigeria. You must be able to meet an agent who educates you on what are the requirements to travel. Okay. You have the most important thing, your passport, which I've always maintained 6 months validity. You're a working class or you're a trader. For a self-employed, you must have your CAC. Yes, showing that you have a tie
registered
in Nigeria.
Company.
A registered company. You must have, that's why the embassy always mention you must have a tie in your country. That tie includes your company, your family members that you're not going to leave, mainly your direct family members, your landed property, your house, something that is holding you in Nigeria. So that is why they always say, like UK will tell you, you must have a tie.
Yeah.
So you must have those important things. If you're a married man, you must have your marriage certificate. Some people make mistake of going to the embassy to apply for visa, and you are saying you are married, but you don't put any certificate. Embassy want to show evidence. They want to see evidence, not just saying you are married, you have kids. You must also put their birth certificate showing that you are going and you are coming in.
My goodness, I could go on and on and on. Unfortunately, time is not our friend on the show. But I want to say a very big thank you, Bella.
Thank you so
These
much.
are really, really good nuggets that you're giving us, especially for our people. The Japa syndrome is really is rife right now. But we're not saying for any reason don't travel. But when you want to travel, do it properly. And do the right thing. Thank you so much. You'll be hearing again from Bella again in another fortnight. That's in another 2 weeks. And she's going to bring you even fresh freshly baked travel nuggets on the show Creative Nigeria. Thank you so much, Bella.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
And you too. Thank you so much.
All right,
We'll
ciao.
go right now to Anchor Insurance, who are going to be talking to us just for a few minutes. But we'll take a short break and then we'll be back to talk to him. Stay with us.
Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance.
Oh, you are the best. You are the very, very best. Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is why we'll always be our anchor.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. I sincerely apologize. I didn't bring it to our notice that you can actually watch what is going on live and direct here in the studio. You can head to Mainland FM 98.3 on Instagram. You can head to Mainland FM 98.3 on Facebook, and of course on YouTube it's Mainland 98.3 FM, and of course you can engage us there. You can just drop a message, drop a comment, and we'll be glad to hear from you. Of course, if you like what you see, just let us know and keep listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Also, Creative Nigeria, we have our own social media page as well. Head to both Facebook and Instagram at creative_TV_Naija. On creative_Naija_TV. I took that the other way around, beg your pardon. So, welcome back. And right now we go straight to our insurance family, our insurance representative, Baron, who is going to be sharing with us much more than we heard last week. Last week we started on agric insurance, and we were able to look at, the whole value chain and how, there's a policy, or there are policies that actually handle the whole value chain of, in agriculture. But I want to take us a little bit further today. Do you have any policy that actually covers the farm buildings, the machinery, the tractors, and staff that are working on such a farm?
Yeah, thank you so much, Bunmi, for having me today once again. Yes, we do. We have policies that cover farm properties.
Okay.
And, of course, produce. So, for the buildings, in the farm, we have policies for that. They basically on fire and special peril for those buildings.
Great.
For windstorm damage on those buildings,
Yeah.
policies designed for that.
Okay.
Also for the staff, we have for group personal accident on the staff that work in case it's a 24-hour cover.
Okay.
That cover the farm workers against for temporary disability, permanent disability, medical expenses, and God forbid, people say death, you know, if this come up, these are 4 basic benefits on that policy: death, permanent disability, temporary disability, the staff that work in the farm, and of course the buildings.
I'm so sorry to have this is actually, and you're a farmer, you know, and you have people who are working for you. Anchor Insurance can actually cover all of you.
Of course. So the aim of this insurance for farmers, for farm and the farm workers and the building, is to ensure that business continue. To ensure that, because we believe that staff are a very key factor in production. Absolutely. The employee, the workers, they are the first
human resources.
Yes, they are the people that ensure these businesses. So God forbid something happened to them, will you just allow the family to just go like that? No. Or the body will just be on the company to begin to compensate them for. No, take that risk off your neck as an employer and give that to insurance company. Anchor is here for that purpose, okay? So we are not just on the primary production only. We are also, like I explained last week, we have all those value chains that on the process from primary production even to the table, to the market and all of that. We have all that covered. And I also didn't mention different types of policy we have. And I said that we do that
today. That's true.
Yes. So in agric insurance, we have different types of policy. The first we is grouped into 2 major types. All these other types there are many of them, but we group them, and under our insurance company we group them into 2 major types. One is crop insurance, or let me use the word normal indemnity or cost of production insurance, and the other one is parametric insurance or index insurance. So under the input cost insurance or indemnity cost insurance, we have crop multi-peril insurance. We also have poultry insurance. We have livestock insurance. We have fishery insurance.
Fantastic.
These are simply what this talking about is, with the insurance is insuring your input cost. The farmer is saying, I'm spending 250,000 per hectare in case of crop now, the standing crop on the farm, and this 250, God forbid, something like flood or drought, pest, disease is eating up and damaging this crop. The crop are damaged. So to the level this damage occur, the insurance is paying you back, bringing you back to that position that you were
started with
before the loss occurred. So insurance is paying you back to that level based on your input cost. You have told insurance, I'm going to spend 250,000 naira per hectare, and the losses occur probably at first stage or second stage or third stage damage. So even if it's a third stage damage, we believe insurance that you have lost nothing less than 90% of your production level. So at that stage, insurance is paying you back that amount you declare to insurance that you're going to spend. So that is why it is called input cost. And the other leg, which is the index insurance, we have various types: the area yield index, weather index, and the rest like that. So what that talking about is your output. If a farmer says, okay, this 250,000 naira I'm spending on this hectare of land for rice, I'm expecting 5 tons per hectare. That is your output, your expectation.
True.
It goes beyond your input right now. You have already put in the input. If you are not taking that cover for that, you want to take cover for your output, your yield,
your
now.
harvest.
All right. So that yield is what we now cover. What if you have already projected that you are going to harvest 5 tons, and at the end of the day you couldn't harvest that 5 tons? What not happen? Because you are putting everything to ensure that you get that 5 tons. Of course, when we talk of everything, you know, as a farmer, all the input, the fertilizer, the good seed that you're going to put, your labor force, everything you are going to put there to ensure you get that 5 tons. Or probably that, okay, no matter what, in this location I want to have 3 tons. Whatever projected, we look at the history of harvesting in that area, the data history and everything. We're able to ascertain that, oh, that 3 tons or that 5 tons you said is achievable. So that was insurance. We benchmark our trigger, we benchmark our what we are going to pay to you. At the end of the day, if that is not achievable, the insurance pay you the balance.
Wow.
That is what that is talking about.
That's good news coming from Anchor Insurance, honestly. And I hope our listeners are getting this. Well, before I let you go, Baron, we haven't talked about, the sum assured in Greek insurance. So what constitutes the sum assured?
Yeah. Thank you, Bunmi. You see, when we talk about sum insured in Greek insurance, there are different ways we ascertain this. But basically because of this program, and to make it very simple, is that we tell the farmer what exactly are you going to spend to cultivate a piece of land from land preparation to harvesting. That amount that you forecast or you estimate is the sum insured. Or what will it take you to rear your birds? You purchase a bird from day 06, you buy, let's say, 300 naira. What will it take you to rear that bird? Considering the water, the medication, the feeding, the staff, workers, everything, transportation and all that. What will take you to rear that bird from that day 06 up to maturity that you're going to sell that bird? So whatever, when you estimate that amount, that is the sum insured for that particular. Yes, it is on that you apply the rate and you look at the premium you are going to pay, the token you are going to pay to cover that animal or that crop.
Thank you so much, Baron. I'm going to come back to you, but we'll take a break to just take our new segment. And then, of course, the boatman has joined us in the studio. Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. And, the chairman of, I believe, at Boaton is also here, in the person of Chief Lawal.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome back. So we'll go on a break. We'll be back after this. We just want to take the news, and then we'll come back after that.
Hey Michael, you travel frequently and hardly complain of travel services. How do you come by?
I use the services of one of the best travel outfits in Nigeria, Heck Travel Agency.
Heck Travel Agency?
Oh yes, Heck Travel Agency takes care of travel plans, ticketing, insurance, visa, and provides pocket-friendly fares helpful in this new normal.
Really? What about holiday packages for families?
Trust Heck Travel Agency on that too. On request, the agency provides both local and international tourism holiday packages with detailed country situation reports, car hire, and hotel reservations.
Where can I locate Heck Travel Agency?
Very easy, my friend. Heck Travel Agency is located in number 2 Ibro Avenue, Rainbow Estate, Trans Amadi, River State. Telephone 0907-893-5167. Lagos office, Parkview Estate, Ikoyi. Telephone 0806-2463-292. Heck Travel Agency, always in touch.
Welcome back, and this is our Culture, Technology, Festivals, Travels, Hospitality, Music, Movies, Business, Brown Water Economy, Insurance News, and Sports Tourism as edited by Frank Meke. Gary Lineker, sports icon and commentator at the BBC, got the walkout backing of his colleagues as the British radio station stepped down Gary's sports beat in what is the test of the will of professionalism against hypocritical influences. BBC has begged Gary, and he's back in his bit, reporting the world's biggest sports, football. About 4,200 filmmakers and creative practitioners will be trained by Lagos State government on how to promote Nigerian culture through their works. Areas of focus will be on acting, directing, editing, lighting, production, and cinematography. Meanwhile, the President, Federation of Tourism Associations of Nigeria, EFTAN, Mr. Nkerenwem Onung, says Nigeria will support a United Confederation of ECOWAS Employers Organization for Tourism Industry, that's COPITOR. Mr. Nkerenwem is at the forehead of Progressive Sub-Regional Leaders Collaboration, determined to keep the ECOWAS tourism body together. And back here in Lagos State, the government says 53 victims of the train bus accident in Lagos Thursday last week have been discharged, with 43 still under medical watch and undergoing treatment. Here at Creative Nigeria, we sympathize with all those involved in the unfortunate and avoidable accident, and we pray for their speedy recovery. And finally, in our news this morning, the suffering of Nigerians over the Naira color changes may be over, as the CBN has directed commercial banks to dispense and accept old Naira notes as ruled by the Supreme Court. Well, that's the news as brought to you by Creative Nigeria, edited by Frank Meke. Stay with us. We'll be back to continue with our Villa Square segment. Welcome back, and thank you for staying tuned. Here is where we come to you, sir, the boatman. You were here last week, and well, we have been able to look at the progress that has been made in water transportation in Lagos State. So we're still, talking about the milestones that have been achieved by this present administration, and you want to talk to us a little more about some of those milestones that you have seen them do in water transportation, and why we want a second term of this same government.
Yeah, good morning, Bunmi, and everybody. Good morning, Lagos, especially the people around the waterways. Yes, the governor has done marvelous, like I said last time. Part of it is like, formally, there's a ministry called NIWA, National Inland Waters Authority, and then there's LASWA, who are saddled with the water transportation and all those things. Before, there used to be a lot of problem between two of them. Okay, LASWA is going right. NIWA will be going left. So we in the middle of it, we have problem, and we'll be talking to them. Look, we need to work together. But since the governor is Babajide Sanwo-Olu came in, I can see the relationship, the collaboration between the two parties now. Everything goes. Sometimes we used to ask, Madam Sarat, Engineer Sarat.
Yes.
She's the newer.
Brima, yes.
Brima, yes. Always complained those days. But since the governor, the new government, the Babajide Sanwo-Olu, things have been going. When you see them, we go to have a meeting, there's stakeholders forum, NIWA is there, LASWA is there. That tells you that the governor has bring people together. So we both operators were very happy that we have transportation and tourism, aquatic tourism.
Yes.
Like I said last time too, that in the evening by 7 o'clock, no boat should ply the water anymore. But the governor look at it that look, we are killing tourism. Aquatic tourism is very important everywhere in the world. You go to Australia, go to Italy, Venice.
Yes.
In Venice, their transportation system is just
water. Yeah, the gondolas.
And they run 24/7.
Yeah.
Every day. What stop us from doing that? But the government look at it and say, okay, you guys should go and do, but do not go beyond
this and that.
For the safety, because at night it's very dark. You may not see anything. If a boat breaks down and there's not, yes, you have navigation light that you put on, but if that's only when other boats are passing, they will see you.
Yeah.
So for that reason, there was a little restriction. But what I'm trying to say now, the aquatic part of it is back to life. You want to go to Takwa Bay and spend weekend. You want to go to Badagry. You want to go to Ibeshe. You want to go to Ekpe. There's a fish market in Ekpe. Instead of going by car, and come to the boat, the hire boat from us. Under some few minutes, before an hour, you are in Ekpe. Which could have taken about 3 or 4 hours or 2 hours to get there.
By road.
So I don't see the reason why we should not vote for
and re-elect Babajide Sanwo-Olu,
so that he can continue this good job this thing I've been doing, because it's bringing us together. So Ms. Brima, NIWA, fantastic woman as well. When they listen, and that is just because the governor has brought the two of them, the two LASWA and NIWA together, and they are working for the progress of the country. So I don't see the reason why we should not ask Babajide to come back and continue the job to where they have done marvelous. They've done a lot of things on the waterways.
Wow.
I'm always, in fact, 90% of my life.
Indeed. Well, they say that when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. Yes. So it looks like you have been the grass, but now you are not suffering anymore.
Thank you.
So I'm happy to hear that. I want to believe that Lagosians generally are actually happy about that as well. The creation of the jetties along the waterways. I was pleased to see those jetties come up, actually. I was also really pleased. We read it on the news on our beat here too as well, when we had, the refueling, opportunities along the waterways, so that you don't have to travel with fuel, on your boats. That's just a fantastic and an innovative way of thinking. It's forward thinking, and Lagos being what it is, a metropolitan city, those are the things that actually move us forward. Transportation is major.
Yeah, so you see, to say thank you to him, just for us to support him and come back again. I think that is the biggest thanks we can give to him.
I think I would like to hear from the chairman as well. Mr. Chairman,
yeah, thank you very much, Madam Bunmi. Well, just like my national president has just said, there is nothing we can do rather than to vote the governor back to the seat in Lagos State, because he have done a lot of things to us, we the boat operators in Lagos State. Are we going to talk about the life jacket they have been giving? He's a listener governor, whereby when you call, I'm relative to share to our members. So, and everything was brought from Okobaba to our national secretariat, where every of our members were benefited from it, even the one from the federal government also. So these are the kind of government we have in the country, so that they will be a good listener governors, so that little one we have been doing just to assist our family to put food on the table. Because if everybody is going to be on government payroll, where are they going to see money to pay?
Indeed.
So, so with all this, we really appreciate what the governor is doing. Both him and the commissioners and the LASWA and NIWA.
It sounds to me like, well, thank you so much for that, Mr. Chairman. It sounds to me like he's a man that is in touch with the grassroots.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
You know, with the common, he identifies with the common man and makes sure that everybody actually is touched by government. That's right. Well, that's a good one. You don't need a better track record than that, I believe. Yeah. Thank you so much, both man and Mr. Chairman. Well, if there's anything more that you would like to add, we'll do that after our music segment. We need to head to our music segment right now. We're going to be hearing from Victor Olaya this morning.
ẹ̀yin ará ẹ máa gbọ́ obìnrin kígbe ọkùnrin kígbe kálukú ló ń kégbe owó obìnrin kígbe ọkùnrin kígbe kálukú ló ń kégbe owó àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Indeed. You know, we try on our music segments to pass our messages, some messages through our music segment. And today, for those who do not understand Yoruba, what this song simply is saying that, look, the country is a bit hard. And this song is not, it wasn't released last week. Oh, this is an ancient song. But he's still speaking to us today because if not for the intervention of the CBN that just came up in, a few 1 or 2 days ago, it would still be so tough. It has been really tough for the country. Let me just hear from Baron how it's been for you, and how are you relieved now?
Thank you, Bunmi. Well, the issue of the Naira policy, I'm sure that is what you're asking.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually something that is worrisome, actually. But those, like CBN has said, it should be made available going forward, even though it hasn't been like the way it were. But we are having, and we are hopeful that things will turn out to be good. we pray we don't want to experience that kind of what we experienced before. But as CBN has pronounced and has also sent across to the general public
and to the banks.
Yes, we hope that it's going to be good, because for the farmers especially the small scale holder, it wasn't actually that very easy.
You can say
those
that
that said their produce on a small scale, in a small market and all of that, some complain, and we can see some that have gone to with this issue of POS, have gone to acquire some POS, even though some don't know how to use it. And you see even people, I saw one online selling bread with POS, you know.
Imagine.
So, but we just hope that with what CBN has said, things will be good.
Better.
You know?
Amen.
Amen.
Better. That's our prayer. Well, we would have loved to hear from the fishermen, you know, today. But, you know, this matter, you know, the Naira policy and that level, you know, the fishermen, even your boat business, how has it been?
Well, it's been tough. But like I said the other time too, when the going is tough, the tough get going.
Yeah.
And now you see the association has also supported the government by providing, so we don't want anybody to say I couldn't go there, that's why I didn't vote.
Yeah.
So we have free boats to take people from one end to another, so that can do.
Thank you.
They go and vote, because we supported
fantastic
Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah.
So we are ready. Everything is in place on that day, from one end to another, for them to go and do their voting, and then we'll return them back where we take them.
I remember you said last week the caveat is you must have your voters card.
Exactly. PVC must be with you.
Yes,
without
please.
that, you will not be
allowed. All
and
right.
then security agency, they are free to stop the boat.
Yeah, and check
and then ask them to go.
Okay.
So we are also pleading to them to please, so that people will not have that kind of excuse that I could not go, I don't have money to take boats, and so we are providing facility for that.
I hope all our literal communities are hearing.
We have 39 zones.
Wow.
And all the chairmen
are in the know.
Yes.
Fantastic. I think that's a good one. If I could give you a round of applause, I would give you one right now, honestly. Thank you so much.
And also Mr. Sington will have liked to be here of Wabutan.
Yes.
We are working together.
Fantastic.
He sent his greetings to you here.
Great. We miss him. We thought he was going to be here. His name is actually on our program.
He's supposed to be here, but he couldn't make it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Our regards to him as well. Mr. Chairman, any last words, just on the show for especially your association, where it concerns, the Saturday?
Well, on the program of Saturday, which is going to be the general election for the gubernatorials and the House of Assembly, we have been mobilizing our members that we should come out in mass and vote for the governor, Sanwo-Olu. So, in actual fact, just like you mentioned about the hardship we face in some months back, it's really affecting our business. Really affecting our business, because people cannot be able to move. Because before you start moving with this, having the contact with the POS, the network will not be allowing all these things to manifest. So that all this we lose a lot. And even a big disappointment from people to move from one place to another. Because if I don't see the alert, I see no reason why.
The business has not been done.
With all this fake alert that is mostly common in the country these days. So until we see the alert and everything, it's okay before we can start leaving the passenger from one place to another. And people are crying for not having the catch with them. Yeah. So it's really, even when we are going to filling station to buy a fuel, we will not be access to the fuel, because they will ask you.
They will tell you, they can't take transfer.
Yes, no transfer, and they are not collecting old note, and the new note is not available in the in our country economy. So these are the challenges we face for some months back.
You see, that's another thing that that's another thing that the governor did to us as well. During that scarcity and the money issues, there is a petrol dump where our boats go. Only you cannot get more than a certain quantity.
Okay.
But at least the government has,
so that business continues to run.
Yes.
Honestly, these are serious points for the incumbent to be re-elected into office. So, as they say, as the street parlance says, Sanwo-Olu lekan si. All right. So that's about all we'll be able to take on the show this morning. Baron, you know that you are with us. You are stuck with us. So we'll be back here same time next week to talk, just wrap things up on agric insurance. And then, of course, by that time, the gubernatorial and states assemblies will be over. The elections will be over. But now we've got to go. We'll see you same time next week. Meanwhile, listen to Victor Olaiya as he tells us his own message.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded, it's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.